Hi, my name is Raquel Ukeles. I'm head of collections at the National Library of Israel. I grew up in New York in a modern Orthodox Jewish family, and I went to Jewish schools and I went to Zionist youth movement, B'nai Akiva camps, and after-school activities. And at the end of high school, I came to Israel, and it happened to be in 1988, at the beginning of the first Intifada. And all of my upbringing and all of my background did not prepare me for the anger of Arab teenagers and Arab young people throwing rocks. I had no idea why they were angry. A friend of mine started studying Arabic, and I thought that's a great idea. And I found that studying Arabic became a gateway to understanding the entire ocean of Arab culture. And it turns out that Arab culture is extraordinarily rich and diverse, much beyond the Arab-Jewish conflict. And it opened up a whole world for me. In 2008, we returned to Israel. For the first decade, I worked at the library. I was the head of the Islam and Middle East collection. In the last year, I've become the head of all collections, and that enables me to think more broadly about the library's role in Israeli society, in the Jewish world, and to integrate my focus on inclusion and outreach into the mainstream work of the library. So it might be surprising to say a person who works at a library is an activist. It turns out that a library is a very important cultural institution in terms of determining what matters, and also in terms of creating an open, inclusive space for all people in this country. There are very few cultural spaces where everybody is connected and everybody is at home. And that's the vision for the National Library. When I first started at the library, there was one Arab who worked here, God bless him. And slowly over the years, we have brought in Arab professionals in almost every single division at the library. And slowly they are moving up the ranks and they are changing this institution. I'm optimistic and I'm hopeful because I've seen that change can work. I see the impact on a person's face when her cultural heritage is honored and is recognized. When I see the surprise on people's faces that a national institution cares. When I see that the work we do can have a real impact on people's lives. That gives me hope, and that gives me the energy and the strength to keep going even when things don't always work and often I fail. But I know that there's a good reason for doing this work and moving forward.